Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday, August 10th, and it is the night before Chase and Quinn's first day of school. They start school tomorrow. If you guys are new here, my son Chase is 6 and he's going to first grade, and he's actually starting a new school. So last year Chase went to a different elementary school for kindergarten because they were building a new elementary school in our neighborhood. So he got rezoned, and now it's kind of like starting from zero once again, and I am kind of an emotional wreck over it. He had a really amazing kindergarten experience. His teacher was just the absolute best. He had such a great class. Like, the kids were so sweet. The school was amazing. It just set the bar so high, and I don't know, with a new school, it's like nobody knows what they're doing. There's no kind of like camaraderie. There's no community feeling yet because all the teachers are new, like all the staff are new. Everybody is kind of in the same boat, starting at zero. And we went to meet the teacher last week, and his teacher was kind of just like frazzled, and I don't blame her, but I don't know. I got such a good feeling last year with him on Meet the Teacher, and like he had such a good year. And I'm just really hoping for that once again, but you know, it's growing pains and whatnot. So anyway, he's gonna be great. Like, he is super social. He is so adaptable. He is fine in new situations, doesn't mind change, and he's got 2 little boys from our neighborhood are in his class. So I'm really excited. Apparently they're sitting at the same table. So hopefully, you know, that gives him some confidence and he's a little bit more comfortable on the first day. But yeah, it's gonna be really different. It's just gonna be a new experience, and his school's late bell is at 7:15, so it's gonna be a super early wake up time and like morning routine for us. Last year his late bell was at 7:45, so even though it's 30 minutes, it makes a big difference. So the kids are gonna have to be up by like 6 o'clock every day. We're gonna have to leave the house at 6:45, and because we live so close, we are gonna be walking, especially the first month, because the car rider line, typically, even if the school is well established, it is insane. I know from experience last year, usually the first month of school, as people kind of get their routine in place and their schedule becomes normalized and everybody gets up to speed with, you know, everything. So I'm just planning to walk him to and from school. He gets out at 2:40 for at least the first month, and I'm gonna try to keep an eye on the car rider line. My hope is that eventually I will drive him in the morning, because then I will be able to just like drop him off and then take Quinn right to her daycare, which is at a different place down the road. So Quinn, my daughter, is 4. She's starting pre-K. She will be at the same daycare that she was at last year for preschool. So not much is really changing for her aside from new teachers. And she has I think like 5 or 6 friends from her previous class in preschool that are moving up with her into the same class. Like, a couple of her absolute best friends are gonna be in her class. So I'm not worried about that at all. She's gonna do great, but I don't know, just as a mom, I always worry. I was looking at pictures and videos of Chase from kindergarten and just like crying this morning. I kind of had a breakdown, and I was just like bawling to my husband. I was like, I'm just so nervous for him, but like at the same time, he's perfectly fine. He's like excited, he's ready to go. And yeah, so I figured I would start the vlog tonight to just get some of the stuff done. I need to make their lunches. I need to pick their outfits out and iron their outfits. Chase has a uniform now, so he has to wear a polo shirt with a collar and like khakis or navy or jeans or black pants or shorts. So we've got his outfit. I think Quinn's gonna wear a dress. And I need to make their little signs, like first day of pre-K and first grade. I have to do that. I need to make their lunches, of course, and pick out a snack for Chase. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna get all of that stuff kind of going, and tomorrow by our pool, they have a little like snacks and photos thing set up. So me and a few of our neighbor friends that all have kids in first grade, we're gonna walk over there and meet at 6:30 in the morning to get the little breakfast snack and take some photos, and then we'll all walk to school together. And we'll take Quinn. Pete's gonna come with us as well. And I took the day off tomorrow because I just knew that I would be thinking about my kids the entire day, not able to get any work done. And I just like, with the scheduling and stuff, you never know how long things are gonna take, like how long it's gonna take for drop off, and if there's crazy traffic in the neighborhood, me trying to like get Quinn to school. I just wanted to be available and not worry about, trying to get back for meetings and doing work. So let's get started on all of that stuff, and I will check back in a little bit. Exciting night.
Have this feeling, haven't felt for so long. Took a hold on me and won't let go. I've been sleeping, caught me off my guard. Cause you're in my space and now I'm so. Pull me towards you and I cannot fight it. My head's underwater, I try to disguise it. Want you to hold me, though we haven't spoken. Shot away from me to be my everything. Cause you are only a shot away from me to be my everything. You are only a shot away from me to be my everything. Cause you are only a shot away from me to be my everything. Won't let you touch me, won't let you go to my head. Cause I know I'm dealing with the devil. But I'm standing with my heart in your hand, and I'm too deep into win this gamble. Pull me towards you and I cannot fight it. My head's underwater, I try to disguise it. Want you to hold me, though we haven't spoken. I need that something to get me open. You are only a shot away from me to be my everything. Cause you are only a shot away from me to be my everything.
I got the signs made. I can't stand this like chalk pen thing. It's so annoying. I always like have to go back and redo it a million times, but I think they look pretty good. Anyway, it is about 8 o'clock. The kids are gonna just have some popcorn and watch a quick movie or something for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. I think I'm all prepared. I have the kids' lunches are packed. The clothes are ironed. I have a change of clothes for Chase that I already put in his backpack. I'll pack their water bottles tomorrow, and I have their signs done. So I think the big things are all taken care of. I can relax and then go to bed. I'm gonna take a shower, set my alarm. Haven't decided whether I'm gonna try to get up at 4:30 and work out, or just wake up at 5, get ready, and have some time in the morning. But either way, I will catch up with you tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It is Monday morning, 6 o'clock, and We are all up. Chase is just watching some TV. Quinn is having a little breakfast. I think I mentioned yesterday we're gonna go over to our little pool and they have like snacks and a photo booth and stuff. So we're gonna meet up with Chase's friends that are going to first grade too and all walk over to school together. Chase, you ready for first grade?
No.
No? Are you excited?
No.
You're not excited?
No.
Why?
No.
Okay. Peony, are you ready for preschool? I mean, no. Are you ready for pre-K?
Yes.
Yeah? You look so beautiful. You having some breakfast first?
Yeah.
Why didn't Daddy give you a fork? Hold on.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know a single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me be real here. When I see you, my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing and waiting around. It's a shame.
That is good. Hi guys, it is now 9:11. I just got my Dunkin'. I also got some munchkins and I tried this like, I don't know, it's like a pepper chicken, jalapeno pepper wrap thingy. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to give myself a little treat after the whole chaos of this morning. I'm gonna actually take my sunglasses off because I can't, my sunglasses are polarized, so I can't see myself in the viewfinder, so I can't tell whether or not I'm actually in the screen. So anyway, wanted to quickly catch up with you guys. We had a really good morning. I told y'all that I had been really nervous and anxious. I was crying on Sunday morning yesterday, and last night when me and Pete were going to bed, I was just like, I don't know. There's just so many unknowns. You know, just like close-knit feeling like of comfort that you get because everything is brand new and everyone is brand new. So y'all know if you've been watching my videos, but I have such a hard time with change. So of course, the new school year has so many changes and I am obviously not good with it. So anyway, Pete was just like putting my mind at ease last night because Chase has not been the slightest bit nervous. He was so excited about school today and we went to the little like snack and photo op thing. It was so adorable. They had like a bunch of different little breakfast snacks out and a backdrop and they printed the photos out and also like texted them to us. And so we went with two of our friends in the neighborhood. They're two little kids and all of us walked over there together and then we walked to school together. So Chase was so excited about that and that was so cute. Like, I don't know, I never walked to school as a kid because my schools were always so far away, but it was so nice to just all be together and for the kids to have that like comfort of going to the same place together even though they're not in the same classes, and then also just to have like my mom friends there as like a support system. And I think we all kind of felt like just a little off, like a little bit nervous, a little bit anxious, and it kind of just like put me at ease to just be around people that, you know, can provide that support and like are also that are also just going through the same thing. And like my mom friends, all of their kids are their firstborn. So it's also like we're, you know, we went through kindergarten together, we're going through first grade at a new school together. So it's nice to have people like that in my life. But anyway, it was like the walking part was so cool. I just love that. It was nice. Like Quinn came with us, Pete came with us too, obviously. And it was just nice to walk to school. I just feel like there's something about it that just feels kind of old school to me and I really love it. So I was happy about that. We get to the school and because everybody can walk their kids in, it was just like mobbed. There were so many people, so many cars, and I just felt the difference between like the size of this new school compared to Chase's school last year. That school is so much smaller and just like, I don't know, the vastness, the hugeness, like the high ceilings. We walked right into, when we first walked into school, I think it was the high school band. Maybe it was the high school. I don't know what it was. Some band was playing music when we first walked in. So it was like upbeat and exciting. And there were just like staff members greeting us and handing out stickers to the kids. And then we got to his classroom. And Chase had already picked his seat when we went to meet the teacher, and his two little friends, these two boys that live in our neighborhood, are at his table. So saw them, they were there first. And so it was like Chase just sat down and put his backpack on his like chair and started coloring. And I talked to his teacher briefly for a few minutes, and she seemed a lot more calm today and like warm and like excited and friendly. So I was very happy about that. And that was it. Like literally he didn't even want to give me a hug. I was so sad. And like Pete had the same thing. He tried to give him a hug and he's like, Chase, what's wrong? And he's like, I just want to color. So he's like, get out of here, Mom and Dad. But you know, it was like a very calm experience walking him into his class this year. And I guess because it's his second year in school and it's not kindergarten, and you know, like there was just like a vibe last year, but this year was just like this is legit, it's school, it's like go time. So we just dropped him off and like we left, and then we all walked back home and just got Quinn stuff, and then walked and then drove her over to her school and dropped her off. She did great. A few of her friends were already in the classroom and were like, oh, Quinn, come play. So she didn't cry either. I was really proud of her. I thought that, you know, being in a new classroom with a new teacher, she was going to kind of like tear up and be a little bit clingy, but luckily her like best little girlfriend in her class, she was like, Quinn, come play doctor with me. And so Quinn just like went right over. And so a very different experience for me this year. I was literally crying my eyes out last year after dropping Chase off especially. And this year it's like they're growing up. But I'm so glad that we got some photos this morning, and I don't know. I'm glad that I took the day off. I'm still kind of like a little frazzled, you know. It's a lot, and it's going to be very crazy for the next month getting adjusted and picking Chase up later. Me and my two girlfriends are going to walk over and get the kids together, so that'll be nice. We'll check out the car rider line when we go pick up the kids, because it wasn't going on this morning since everybody walked their kids into the classrooms. So I'm very curious to see how that goes, because like I mentioned, or I think I mentioned, I'm planning to drive Chase to school in the morning so I can just like drop him off and then go right and drop Quinn off and not have to like walk back, get in the car, load her up, and it'll just save some time in the morning for me. But I do plan to walk him home. So yeah, anyway, I'm like freaking stressed out, and I just got my period 2 days ago. So I have this huge freaking pimple on my forehead that hurts, and then another one on my nose. Freaking stress ball. And I curled my hair this morning. I was gonna film like getting ready, and then I was just like, I can't be bothered to film and like be nervous and whatever at the same time. So sorry I didn't do that. But I curled my hair, and the humidity is just insane. I was like sweating by the time I got home from walking Chase to school. But I'm just leaving it. That's it. That's it for the day. Okay, I am gonna head home, and Pete is working from home. He had a meeting at 9, so I believe he's just gonna stay home for the rest of the day. And my agenda, I was thinking about like going to Target and like going to Trader Joe's, but that just seems like a lot of work. So I might just have a veg day and chill on the couch. I'm gonna do my floors and probably not much of anything, and then literally we have to go at 2:30 to get Chase, so I feel like the day is already flying by. Anyway, I will check back in with you guys in a little while. I hope if y'all already have sent your kids off to school that they have a great first day and a great year ahead, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hi guys, so it is 10:43 right now. I actually decided to stop at Trader Joe's on the way home. I remembered it was kind of like on the way, so I needed to get my nuts, but I'll just share quickly what I got. So these are kind of like pirate's booty. The kids like them. I'm gonna put them in their lunch or for a snack after school. They're the white cheddar corn puffs. I got, the reason that I went is because I love these sesame honey cashews. They're so good. I eat them like every single day after I have my wrap. Delicious. So I got 2 of those. I also got these dark chocolate covered pistachios. I love anything dark chocolate and I love nuts and pistachios. So this will be a little like dessert for me. I also got this fettuccine Alfredo. The kids really like fettuccine Alfredo and I haven't actually made like a sauce from scratch. So I think I've had this one before and just keep it in the freezer. So I'll probably give this to the kids one night this week. This green dragon hot sauce has become one of my favorite things to put on my egg wrap. So I'll do like half this sauce and half sriracha. So good. Needed more of that. And then the hot and sweet jalapenos. I love to put these on tuna when I make it delish. And then I just got, this is my absolute favorite popcorn. Like I love popcorn and I love white cheddar. And this one is just the best that I've ever had. So I got 2 of these. And finally they had this like pickle popcorn and you know that I'm obsessed with pickles. So I had to try this out too. So I'm gonna put this stuff away. I think I'm just gonna chill on the couch and finish my Dunkin'. And then I am gonna work out and do the floors. And honestly, it's almost 11 and I have to get Chase at 2:30. So I feel like the day is just gone, pretty much. But anyway, I will check back in a little bit.
The sun's going down as I try to make my way through the crowd. Feeling alive, I love being by your side. It makes me shine. We got one summer, so let's make it count. You make me feel like everything's alright. Let's dance our problems away in the night. Love being right next to you. You'll be on my mind. I'll be dreaming about this till the end of time. We are young, we are free, down for the ride. Might be over tomorrow, but we got this day forever. Do you hear that sound? Can you feel the music? Let's get wild. We're magic, you and I. They call us reckless, but we don't mind. We got one summer, so let's make it count. You make
Hi guys, it is 2:15 right now. I got so much done today, but I feel like the time just flew. I am kind of like nervous about how the workday is gonna go tomorrow because I just feel like I had no time today to do anything. And all I really did was work out and I did my floors and went to Dunkin' and the day is over. So anyway, me and Pete are gonna go pick up Chase in like 10 minutes and hopefully I can check out the car rider line and see how that is going, what chaos is happening there, just in case I need to drive him one day if it's raining or whatever. But hopefully he had a good day and then we'll go get Quinn. So I'll check in a little bit. Hi guys, it is now Tuesday. I'm sorry that I did not pick up the camera after I picked up the kids yesterday to kind of end the vlog. It was kind of a whirlwind. It was kind of chaotic. So what happened was, I think I left you guys, we were gonna go walk to pick up Chase. So we left our house at 2:30. His school gets out at 2:40. It's about a 10-minute walk over to the school. We met up with our friends and we walked over to the school. So we get there, 2:40. waiting for the kids. There's like a designated spot that we've gotten emails about saying like if your kid is a walker, the parents need to pick the kid up at this designated spot. So we were just kind of like assuming, well, I assumed that there would be somebody from the staff at this particular spot kind of like checking we also have like a card that you have to show that says your kid's name and his ID number, her ID number, and like proof that you're the parent and you're supposed to be picking them up. I thought that there would be some like coordinator that, would be there and maybe the parents would line up and then they would go through and like put in each of the kids' IDs and like send it by walkie-talkie or app or something like that to somebody that was in the school so that you could send your kid out. So that didn't happen. There wasn't anybody there. But so we're waiting. Finally, after, I don't know, it must have been like 20 minutes, this woman came from the school with a group of kids and she turned out to be with the second graders. So we go over and we're asking her like, okay, what's going on? When's the next group of kids coming out? And she's like, I don't know, because our kids are in first grade. She's like, I only deal with the older grades. So I have no idea what's going on with, pre-K through first. So we're like, okay, that's not helpful at all. And why don't you know? Like, shouldn't there have been a meeting or something where everybody is kind of on the same page about the process and whatever and who's doing what? Apparently not. So anyway, we're waiting. Mind you, it is literally like 100 degrees. They're not in shade. It's complete sunshine. It's humid. I was dripping sweat. It was uncomfortable. I didn't bring a hat. I didn't put sunscreen on. I thought it was going to be like a walk up, get your kid, walk home kind of a thing, in and out within like 20, 30 minutes. No. So then we're waiting again. Another group of students come out with some staff member, and these kids are like preschool or pre-K. So after they leave, we're waiting again. We're like, okay, so maybe they're just releasing them very slowly and we'll see. We're waiting. Finally, we're just like, forget it. We're going up to the school and like the school's front doors. Forget this like designated spot that we're supposed to be in. We're going up to the school and we're gonna find out where the heck our kids are. So that's what we did. We walked up to the front and it's just chaos. The car rider line was a complete disaster. I am telling you, like, I had issue with the car. Everybody has issues with car rider lines, especially the first day of school, first like week, month of school. So I just assumed it was going to be insane, especially this being a brand new school and new traffic pattern and whatever. It was so crazy. There was like people running in and out of the school, like going from one car, running into the school, bringing a kid out, another person going to the school, bringing a kid out. So uncoordinated, so different than what I experienced last year at Chase's school. Like last year, the school he went to last year for kindergarten, they have been around for a long time and they're like a well-oiled machine. There's a woman that is literally like walking down the street. She's got her phone. She's looking at the car tag. She's putting in every single car tag number, which is associated with the kid. And then when you drive up to the front of the school, there's like different pilings and like stations, and a group of like 10 to 15 kids are just waiting for you to pick them up. And you drive, you get them, you leave. It was just a complete mess. I don't know what the heck was going on, but it was pure chaos. They couldn't find kids like associated with the cars, whatever. And just side note to wrap up the car rider line thing, we saw a friend in the neighborhood and she was telling us that her husband picked up her child at the elementary by car yesterday. So it was in the car rider line. She said he lives in the neighborhood. They literally like, you could walk 5 minutes to their house. I could see their house from my house, but he, for whatever reason, wanted to do the car rider. So he left his house at 2:30 to pick up the kid at 2:40. He did not get home until 4 p.m., 2:30 to 4. And we live in 10-minute walking distance to the school. Like, my mind was blown. That's how bad it was. So I'm going nowhere near that car rider line at in the afternoon. Like, forget that, 100% forget it. So anyway, finally we line up in the front of the school and like there's a couple people, staff members coming out. We give them our little card. They finally came out and brought us our kids. But the whole process, we didn't get home until probably 3:30. So the whole process took an hour, which is just literally insane. It's insane. It's crazy. I don't understand it, especially for walkers. Like, get the kids out, even if you bring them out by grade, bring them out when school's over and get them to their parents. I don't know, like, it's just, I understand that it's a new school and like there's a lot of kinks to be worked out and we should give them patience and everything, but I don't know. It's just, it's annoying and it's frustrating because luckily I was off yesterday, but today and going forward, I have to work. So I can't be taking an hour out of my day. And I think last year, I remember that was kind of happening for the first maybe like 3 weeks. It was taking me around an hour or so to pick up Chase and Quinn. And then I would just come back home and work like an extra hour. But that's really frustrating. Like, I don't want to have to do that. I want to get my work done, quickly go get Chase, bring him home, finish my work, go get Quinn, or go get Quinn and then have like an extra like 30 minutes that I have to work. So I know it's gonna work itself out. We're also, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but we're potentially thinking of putting Chase in an after school program so that I can like work my full day and then just go get him maybe a couple days a week. But nothing is gonna happen until like a month from now when things are settled, and Chase also is going to play flag football, so practices are going to be during the weekday, like one day a week, and I just want to make sure that everything is in alignment before I like pull the trigger on anything. So anyway, you're probably wondering how the kids did. They did good, really good. So when Chase came out, he was like all the three kids, our neighbors, our friends, all the kids were visibly drained. Like, they were wiped out. I think it was just a lot going on. Chase's schedule is quite literally insane for a first grade. Like, this teacher has every single minute of the day planned out from increments there, and they do exercises or like activities in these like 10 to 15 minute increments, and it's just it's crazy. I'm like, takes me 10 minutes to just get started on a task. Like, I can't imagine doing something for 10 minutes, moving to the next thing, do that for 10 minutes, moving to the next thing, do that for 15 minutes. I mean, so anyway, I think it's just first grade, I've heard, is just a big change from kindergarten. So it's a good thing. His teacher, she said that she's nice, and he said she's kind of strict, which I don't know. She's good. Like, I'm glad. He needs to be there. He needs to learn. He needs to do what he's told and whatever. But I was asking him, like, what did you do all day? And he says, I can't remember. And then looking at the schedule, I'm like, okay, I understand. You probably don't remember because you did a bazillion things. So I don't know. We kind of tried to talk to him on the walk home, and he just was wiped out. He was moody. But I did find out that there's another little boy from his kindergarten class that also lives in our neighborhood that's in his class. So now he's got 3 little boys that he knows in his class. So I'm very happy about that. It made me feel good. He saw his other little friends on the playground for recess, which is good. And he was very interested in buying lunch today. So that was like one of the things that came out of the day. He was like, I really want to buy lunch tomorrow. So I let him buy today. Other than that, he said the teacher sent home like an email, and so he's got his folder, which is going to be in his backpack every day with, you know, the homework assignments. He's not going to get homework till next week, and then if there's any issues that she has during the day, she'll put a note on like a chart that's in his folder to let us know. Hopefully he gets nothing. Like she said, if there's nothing there, then he had a good day. There was nothing there, so he had a good day. And yeah, he didn't really say much. And this is the same response that I got from him from kindergarten. I was like, what did you do? And he just like didn't really talk that much. I think it was a lot. We were up so early. He was like doing things, exposed to this brand new place. So I think as he gets more comfortable and we get into the routine, like he'll begin to talk to me more. But yeah, I didn't get much out of him, which is fine. He seemed moody, like I said, just a little bit snippy and whiny, and I just let him have his iPad when he got home because I could tell he just needed a break. He didn't want to talk to anybody. He just sat there and like watched his videos or played his little game. So yeah, he had a good day. I'm like really impressed with the school. I'm impressed with the curriculum. He's gonna learn a lot for sure this year, and yeah, he's gonna get grades for the first time. So that should be interesting as well. And yeah, so he had a really good day. Quinn also had a good day. I think she has like 19 kids in her class. There's 2 teachers. There's one teacher that is like pretty strict and not very warm and welcoming. And when I went to pick her up, they were like sitting on the carpet, and this teacher, the strict one, was reading them a story, and it was dead silent, and it was kind of weird when I walked in to get her, and she kind of like hesitated to get up and come see me. Usually like she'll be like, "Mommy," and like all the kids will kind of like move around, and everyone just like sat there, and I was like, "Come on, let's go." And then I asked the other teacher who wasn't reading the book like how she did, and she was like, "Oh, she did great," and like that was it. And I felt like I had interrupted something, and I was like, "Okay, we're gonna go, bye," and then I just left. So I don't know. I was hearing from some of the moms in her classroom that some of her little friends like did not have a very good day, so that's concerning. I was kind of sick last night from some of the stuff that I was hearing, but Quinn said that she had a great day. She said she likes her class. She said that her teachers were nice to her. The one thing she told me, which I thought was funny, she was like, I took a nap for the whole time, Mommy. I slept the whole time and I didn't get up. And she said they let me keep my stuffed animal. So I was like, can they not have stuffed animals? But like I saw them, and like usually from her preschool class, her teacher would be like, Quinn stayed up most of the nap times, and she would talk to herself, and she was a little bit disruptive, so they would have to take her stuffed animal away because she would like play with it and talk to it, and like some of the kids wanted to sleep. But so I don't know why. Maybe she was just tired and she was proud that she took the nap and for the full time and she got to keep her animal. I don't really know. So anyway, I'm kind of like keeping alert to what's going on in the classroom. What's weird also to me is that this classroom is set up very, very differently from the preschool classroom. There's literal desks with just for 2 kids, and they're in rows throughout this classroom. And I don't know, it bothers me because I feel like when they're young, they need to be sitting in those pods. I mean, Chase is sitting in a pod. He was sitting in a pod last year in kindergarten, and he's at a pod with, I think, like 5 or 6 kids in first grade. And I worry that this teacher might be a little strict and she's trying to separate the kids so that they don't talk. And I don't know. It was just, I got like a weird vibe in there, and she's only 4, and I want her to have a really good experience and like school and get to have fun and learn and be playful and laugh and enjoy herself. So I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted if anything else comes up, but yeah, I'm not gonna divulge too much information. Quinn did good and she seemed happy. She wanted to go back. She did cry this morning and she gave me a hard time. She was kind of like throwing herself on the floor and like grabbing my arms, like she wouldn't get up. She was on the floor like holding my arms. I was trying to pull her up to sit in her desk and have her snack, and she was crying. But luckily, like the other teacher, the second teacher, who's much more warm and friendly, she came in and gave Quinn a hug and kind of like comforted her. So I felt better about that, which is good. So yeah, it was a crazy day. We got them home and they went on their iPads. I made them little DiGiorno pizzas that they had wanted from H-E-B for dinner last night, and they had a little salad, and we just all kind of crashed. It was a lot yesterday, and today has been a lot as well. I actually have a meeting in 4 minutes. There's some like weird shit going on at work. My boss messaged me on Zoom and was like, apparently shit's going down today. Something to do with like maybe a reorg or whatever. And then this like random meeting popped on my calendar. So I don't know. I feel like everything is literally coming at me, although my boss was like, you're fine, don't worry. But today the afternoon might be stressful. So curious to see what happens. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end the vlog. I am for sure gonna keep on vlogging as we try to find our footing and get a routine in place. We're still trying to work out all the details, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope y'all have a wonderful first day of school, first week of school if your kids are starting in August, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.